Okay, so today we're going to learn how to knit. A couple things you're going to need. You're going to need some knitting needles. These are 9mm or a size 13 knitting needle. The yarn that I'm using is, I believe, Red Barn Super Value yarn. This is multicolored. So to get started, we're going to make a simple little knot. So you're going to make a loop like this, and then you're going to take this tail and you're going to insert it into the loop as if you were making a regular knot. It should look like that. And then you're going to insert the needle into the loop and pull on the tail. My tail's probably about like 6 inches long. Next step is you're going to begin casting stitches onto your needle. You want to cast all the stitches onto the left needle. So you're going to go underneath, you're going to hold on to this tail in your left hand with the left needle. You're going to take the thread that's on the ball, wrap it around your right needle from the back, come through, and then pull like that. And then this loop you're going to add onto your left needle and then pull it tight. I'm going to show you that again one more time. So you're going to go under the stitch, around the back of the right needle, pull that stitch through, and add onto the tip, and pull tight. You're going to do that for about 20 stitches until you have 20 little stitches on your left needle. And I'll see you when I get back. Okay, now that you have all 20 on, it should look something like this. Your tail's over here on this end, and you kind of want to space all these out so you can see them all. And it should have a nice little chain look on the bottom like that. As long as you have that, we can move on. Now, the one needle that has all the stitches on it is always going to be in your left hand. And you're going to be putting all of these stitches and transferring them onto the right needle. Now to do that, we're going to start by going through under the bottom of the last stitch that you just made that's attached to the long ball. And you go around like you did similar from before, around the back of the right needle. You're going to bring that stitch through, and now instead of pulling and adding to the top like you did before, you're going to just slip that stitch off the needle. I'm going to do the same for the next one. Around, on, and slip that off. And you're going to continue to do that for all of the 20. Look closely. You're going to slip through, around the back, come through, but instead of pulling, adding on, you're slipping off. Go through, around the back, come through, slip off. Underneath, around the back, come through, slip off, underneath, around the back, pull through, slip off. And you just continue to do that for all 20 of the stitches. Okay, so I'm back from transferring my stitches to my right needle, and this is what it looks like. This was my first stitch down here, and now it has kind of like a hole and a second row of stitches all the way through. And now my tail and my continuation thread are both on the same side of the needle. So as long as you have something that looks like this, we can move forward. The next step is, now that this was in our right hand and we just transferred it off of the left needle onto the right needle, now you're going to move this back into your left hand, and we're going to continue. And we're going to continue to knit. So we're going to go underneath, wrap around, pull through, and off. Underneath, wrap around, pull through, and off. I'm just going to continue. Alright, so we're back from our third row. Now it should look like this. It should have something like this. If you don't, then you probably messed up. You want to go back and try again. But if you do, then keep on moving on. Move it to your left hand, go under with the right needle, wrap around, pull through, slip off, and keep going. Okay, so this is what I now have. Okay, for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you how to bind off. So after this part is your desired length of your scarf, you're going to want to bind it off. So what you're going to do is you're going to continue as if you were doing the same motion of a stitch. So you're going to go underneath, going to wrap around, and you're going to let that stitch off. And you're going to do that again with the next one. And then this is the trickier part. Now you're going to take the first stitch that you had, and you're going to pick that one up, and you're going to put it over the second stitch. You're going to probably have to grab the second stitch with your finger and drop it off the top. And then you're going to pull and make that tight. And then you're going to add another one. And then you're going to move that stitch over that second one. And drop it off. And you're going to continue to do that until you go all the way down all 20. Alright, so when you're all done binding off, this is my little practice piece. This is what it looks like. I have my little tail end here. then this is all knitted all the way down and through. And then you just want to tie these, you want to cut this, and you just want to tie this end off. You want to cut this and then just put it right through this loop that's here and make a knot, and that's your little practice piece.